What's up, fight fans? My name is Anik Subramanian, and I am the face of Energy TV. On November 4th, Deep Impact 122 takes place in Tokyo, Japan. Mando Gutierrez will take on Joji Goto in a bantamweight bout. Today, I'm here with the best barber in the game, Mando El Toro Gutierrez. First of all, Mando, how are you doing, my man?
I'm doing awesome, bro. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Long day at work, but we're here now, right?
Shit, I feel it, bro. You caught me right after a session, so same here.
I know Mondo's going straight to another training session after this one. So, man, how's camp been? Tell me where you've been training.
Camp's been awesome, man. This is my third fight camp where I've been rocking basically two lives at the same time. Monday through Wednesday, I'm in Chicago, back home where I grew up, and I'm training at Valle Flow Striking, which has been a huge part of my game. It's been helping me, taking me to the next level, and it's really been helping me broaden my spectrum of like my game all in all. And then Thursday through Sunday, I'm in Lansing, Michigan, where I built a life for myself, where I was with my original team, where I threw my first punches. So it's the best of both worlds, man. And camp's been going awesome. It couldn't be better. I feel like I got all the right people. I have it all ironed out exactly how I want it to be.
That's awesome, man. You're paying respect to your roots by sticking there while also adding some new tools to the game. Now,
Hell yeah.
Valley Flow Striking has been on a roll lately. Bilal Muhammad and Juliana Pena have become UFC champions. Ignacio Bahamondes has had a crazy year. I'm
Yup.
wondering, who have you been training with there, and how have they been pushing you?
I got like the room is full of killers, man. It's the rounds there are absolutely incredible. Obviously, everything comes from the guidance of Mike Valle, who's one of the best coaches in the game. Super knowledgeable, super passionate about what he does. Great person, great coach. I couldn't say enough good things about him, man. I'd run through a wall for that guy. It all starts with him, but he's built a serious crew over there. So I got Carlos Hernandez, 125er in the UFC, Nick Aguirre, UFC vet. Said Yokub Kakramanov, UFC vet, Sergio Pettis, Christian Rodriguez come down. We get a little bit of everything, man. We got a ton of guys out there, and the work is absolutely incredible. So I get a lot of great rounds. I get to see Yair in there. I get to see everybody, really. So it's a blessing.
That's a team full of killers, and Mike Valley should be in the talks for Coach of the Year. I think what this man has done has been amazing.
Yeah.
And, Bilal is someone I always thought would be champion. It was just when he got his title shot. So I'm happy to hear you're with such a good crew. You have a lot of guys like in 125, 135. Like Sergio's a monster. And that's great to hear, man. Now I want to know, have outside of training with these guys, who's taught you the most like life lessons from there?
From that gym, definitely Coach Mike. Like Coach Mike, he every at the end of every session, he sits guys down and he's talking for like 5 to 10 minutes just about the practice, about life itself, about the way you have to be living if you really want to make it to the top of this game. A little bit of everything, man. And he's an incredible guy. He lives by the sword, dies by the sword, and he pulls no punches. He hides nothing. He tells you the truth. He tells it to you straight like it is, and he's just a phenomenal guy, man. I love listening to him. I love taking his advice, and I love, trying to make him proud every chance I get. Just like my coach back home, Joaquin Rodriguez, same thing. I got nothing but love for him. He built my career. He's always been about me 100%, and it's just been great.
Now you've got great coaches from both gyms. I'm wondering who's going to be in your corner when you go all the way to Japan.
Believe it or not, neither. Unfortunately, that's what's crazy about it. It's a busy time, busy season for both camps, and I'm lucky enough that I built a good relation with Kai Asakura and his camp, and it looks like they're gonna be the ones cornering me in this one, which will be nice. It'll be something different, but it'll be good. I spent the just about 5 weeks out there in Thailand with them recently, and that was a big experience for me. It was a good team, like camaraderie thing too. Getting to know them well, being in the trenches together, and really getting to learn from them and get close to them. I absolutely trust them in my corner. I learned a ton from them, and me and Billy actually come from the same coach, so it definitely helps a lot that we know a lot of the same things. So when he's running me through his playbook, it's really similar to what I got going on too. So I'm super excited about that. Obviously, it's a little funny when you're not when you're dealing with not having your corner with you, the people you're comfortable with. But I have no doubts in my mind that all I got to do is go out there and take care of business. So it doesn't matter who's there with me. All I know is that I got to, no matter what, I have a job to do, and I know that I can make it happen regardless of who's there.
That's awesome, man. I hear you. Now, what made you want to fight in Japan for deep impact fighting?
I think getting so close to the Japanese culture. When I got called up to go train with Kai Asakura for his upcoming fight, uh, it all kind of started there. Kai was like, "I want to bring you out to Japan. I want to have you. I want to introduce you to our crowd and what we got going on, and I'd love to have you out there for a while." And I mean, the way I've always seen this fighting thing for me is like I want like my life is a movie, and when I die, I want my movie to be better than anybody else's movie. I want to have the coolest fucking movie of all time, and I feel like this is the perfect way to write it. I'm going out to Japan, fighting in Tokyo, a place that I've always wanted to see, and now not only do I get to see it, I get to go conquer it and fight one of their top prospects, one of their best guys, and make a statement in my first fight there. Like, what could be better than that?
That's awesome, man. And speaking of your opponent, Joji Goto, he's a one championship Ryzen and Shoto alumni. How do you see this fight going, and what is your prediction for this fight?
Personally, I'm super excited for this matchup in particular, just because when the fight got announced, even before it got announced, I had a different opponent, and then he ended up taking the fight. He's the one that actually stuck, and the first thing that everybody said was, "Oh, this is the best grappler we have here in Japan." I'm excited for these two to go at it, and it's going to be a great grappling showdown. And I have no intentions of going out there and making it a good fight at all. Like, to me, when I hear a good fight, it kind of makes me mad because it thinks that would make it that makes it seem like I'm gonna have trouble with it. I don't want to have trouble with it. I want clean kills every fight, no matter what. I want to go out there, take care of business, and if it's up to me, I don't get paid by the hour. I'd go out there and get a finish in a minute every single time. So the plan is to go out there, throw some crazy shit, put on a show like I always do, and hopefully make it one-way traffic like I always do. But I'm most definitely not sleeping on Joji. I know he's a savage. He's fought a ton of great guys, and there's a reason why they say what they say about him. I mean, he has 2 Twister wins in a row before his one championship fight, so I know he's pretty crafty on the ground. But I truly believe that when it comes to the ground game, I'm up there with absolutely anybody. If you could put me against anybody in the entire planet, regardless of weight class, and I like my odds. I really do. So when it comes to an MMA fight, obviously it starts on the feet, and things get interesting when you got 2 grapplers in there. So you know that there's always going to be that threat of being able to sprawl that takedown and being able to stuff the shot and keeping it on the feet too. So I'm just excited for what's to happen. I think it's going to make for a crazy fight, and nothing changes on my end. Clean kills only. I want to go out there, take care of business, and get them up out of there.
I love that mentality, man. You just want to get in and get out.
Yup.
Now, one guy on the card who gets paid, his name is Yuki Kondo. I looked him up. He's got 115 pro MMA fights. What do you think when you hear that you're sharing a card with a guy like that?
Oh man, it's crazy. This is such a unique experience, but I'm also trying to not get infatuated by the whole thing. I've been there before. I've been on big stages before, and I've been in really unique situations before. So I don't want to take away from the fact that it's work. I have to go there. I have to take care of business first, but after that, I can be fans and friends with all of these people. But until then, I got to go out there and I got to put on a show myself because I plan on stealing everybody's shine. I want to be the guy that everybody's talking about at the end of the night when it's all said and done. But if we're talking about the 120 something fights, one thing I didn't know about Japan is that they are actually really high on 2 round fights. So out there, so most commissions allow 5 rounds per night. That's the maximum. So if you have two-round fights in a night, you could fight twice in one night, no problem, which makes it easier to be able to do a tournament. So that's why a lot of these people overseas have like super crazy records because they've been fighting 2 round fights. A decision is only 10 minutes, you know? So to us, that's nothing. That's an amateur fight, a full amateur fight, not even a pro fight. But I mean, I'm not taking anything away from anybody. I know that they're still staying busy. A fight's a fight no matter what. But yeah, 120, More like I'd probably say that's about 70 fights, 60 fights, real ones.
Yeah. No, I appreciate the insight, man.
Yeah.
Now, now, after you go there, get the win, you're gonna turn a business trip into a vacation, and then after that, you're coming back to St. Louis for November 9th, I believe. Icon
Yup.
Battlegrounds. Your boy Charles Johnson, he's gonna be
Yup.
hosting his own promotion. Are you excited for that? And what do you plan on doing there?
Oh man, one thing about me is like, yeah, I'm an MMA fighter, and this is what I do. This is my hustle. This is like my life's work. But if you know one thing about me, you know that I'm active on the jiu-jitsu scene, and I'll bring the party. I love doing that because it's like it's stress free, it's worry free, it's pressure free. I go out there and I just compete and have fun, and I think that's why it's taken me to the level that it has. Like I've been lucky to be really successful with it, and it's just a testament to my attitude towards it. You know, I have fun, I do what I got to do, and I make it interesting for the fans. So I'm ready to go out there and get a little check, do some backflips, do some cartwheels, do some crazy shit, maybe headbutt them a time or two, and put on a show for everybody. I guarantee you, people will be talking about me there too.
So that's 2 fights in 1 week, man. That's pretty cool, even if it's jujitsu.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's gonna be something to look forward to. I can't wait to watch you in person. Hopefully get 2 wins, 1 in Japan, 1 in St. Louis.
Yup.
So I'm looking forward to it.
It's gonna be sweet, man. That's my thing. Like, I just love competition. I love staying on the competition mat or cage, whatever it is. I love staying busy. Like, at the end of the day, that's what I train so hard for. I train every day of my life, multiple times a day, hours upon hours upon hours of training, just for 15 minutes of fun when I'm in a cage, or 10 minutes of fun when I'm in a jiu-jitsu match. So why not go out there and put on a show and let it rip, to the best of my abilities? Just go out there and like perform to the highest level possible, do shit that I didn't even know I could do. Why not? Why not do
Why not, man? I love it. I love it. Now, shifting gears a little bit, you are not a barber, you're an artist with clippers, right?
that? Yeah.
You gave Conor McGregor a haircut on The Ultimate Fighter. Besides Conor, what's the biggest superstar you've given a haircut to?
Oh, there's a lot of them, bro. So I used to cut hair for the WWE every time they were in the Midwest region. So Randy Orton, John Cena, a bunch of guys like that, Sheamus, a ton of WWE superstars. So those are big guys that I think. Also, obviously, a lot of fighters, tons of them. Joaquin Buckley, Cody Stamen, a ton of guys. But I think one of the most notable ones that people don't really give me that much credit for is I'm the originator of the skullet. I made that thing happen. I made it what it is. Yeah, Charles rocks it. Yeah, Charles stays busy in the cage in front of the camera and makes it happen and makes it look pretty. But I'm the one that did it. So, you know what I'm saying? I got to give my little credit for that. I'm the originator of the skullet, and now all these videos are popping up, people doing it. And I got to give my credit, man. I got to give my credit.
Hey, you deserve it, man. So you were the first person to give Charles the skullet. Let
Oh
me
yeah.
clarify that.
Well, he had the haircut, but not to the level that I gave it to him at. He had that haircut, but it was all jacked up because he was doing it himself. When I started doing it, we started putting those crazy designs in it. We started putting the flames in it, the diamonds in it, the crazy graffiti in it, the St. Louis arch in it, like whatever. Anything you can get your mind on, I could do it.
I was gonna say the skullet he had for the St. Louis fight a couple months ago was his best one, so that's impressive, man.
Yeah, that was probably one of my favorite ones too. He told me that he wanted something to, play like to just resemble St. Louis, and what is more St. Louis than the arches? So I had to do that.
Hey, the OG skullet, man. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Now, I'm not sure if you know of this guy, but Ryan Reber's a bare knuckle title challenger. He also owns his own barbershop in Florida. Do you know of him?
I actually don't, but I love meeting other people that are like that as well. Another one that people don't know about is UFC vet TJ Laramie. I train with him a lot, and he's like my doppelganger from up north. So, he fights at him and his little brother fight, just like me and my little brother fight. He's a barber, I'm a barber. We're similar weight class, similar style, and we're great training partners for each other. So that's been another one for sure.
Barbers and martial arts. You guys got to start a podcast together one day.
It works, man. We definitely should. I told him we should do something like that.
I would love that, man. Even if it's like a single episode, it would be cool to share stories, conversations that you've had in the barbershop. That's because even for me, like the best conversations I have, some of my best in life have been at the barbershop.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, couple more questions for me, and then I'll let you go because you're going straight to jujitsu practice, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm gonna jump into some rapid fire, right?
Cool.
In between with this duo, right? Because Michael Chandler and Conor McGregor have said some really great things about you.
Yeah.
Between Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler, and Conor McGregor, pick one to be friends with, pick one to train with, and pick one to fight with.
Mm, being friends with Connor is pretty fucking cool. That dude is hilarious. He's a cool dude. He's actually really genuine. He's just crazy as hell. So definitely got to be friends with him. I'd love to train with Chandler because Chandler is a fucking workhorse. That's what I said even before the show even happened. So feelings aside, um, loyalty aside, that training with that guy is like, I've always been a big fan of his work. And probably, I mean, I guess I have no problems with Dustin whatsoever, but fuck, we got to run that fade, whatever.
Hey, I just needed to put you on the spot for that one. Now, one last question for me. If you were in a street fight, pick two MMA fighters to back you up.
I'm gonna sound like Dana White, but I gotta have John Jones in there. I'm gonna have John Jones, and I'm gonna go with my little brother Miguel. Miguel, like he's still an amateur, but everybody that watches him fight knows that no matter what, you're not spooking him. That dude is crazy. He'll run through a wall. He has a crazy chin, and he'll throw him back. He's gonna get his in no matter what. He's a pace pusher. He's super tough, and I'd fight anybody with Miguel for sure.
I love that, man. Now, Mondo, I really appreciate you taking the time. One last message for the fans.
Man, first and foremost, thank you, bro. Thanks for the time. This was fun, especially with the different questions. I feel like a lot of the times it's like super similar questions, so it's cool that you came up with some original ones too. But shout out to everybody tuning in. Can't wait to put on a show for you guys back to back. Hopefully, you guys are tuned in for both things. My boy Charles is having his first show ever, and I can't wait to play a role and go out there and just go crazy for him, man. He's a good friend of mine, and I can't wait to be a part of his first event. And I have a good feeling about it. I know it's gonna go crazy, so I'm excited to be a part of the first one and give people something to talk about for number two.